She said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. I was alone, I never knew what good love could do. Ooh, then we touched, then we sang about loving things. All night, oh, every night. So hold tight, oh, baby, hold tight. Let me hear you. She said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Oh, she said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. She said, that's the way you need it, any way you want it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Loudon Swain.
Hiya, Robbie.
Hey, Jensen. How you doing, sir?
Fellas,
I like you with the gum.
you like that?
You just did a mic flip with the gum. It was fantastic. It was all-star.
That's what I do.
You do like this.
Dude, take it easy. Have a seat.
Times are tight, fellas. You're going to have
Hey,
to
guys,
share.
You have to share a seat.
This is why I was warming up like this. I just, oh, hey, lucky me.
You're welcome.
Hey, hi, Seattle. Fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, let's make it official.
Wait, shall I? May I? May I launch the ship?
Please.
Seattle and the adjacent counties. Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay, so it's been a couple months. Any first timers? Welcome to the family. Apologies in advance. Did you say something? Someone said something? Congrats to me? Oh, yeah, I got it.
I think she said you're brats.
Brats, that's right. I have 3 now. I think you meant condolences. Yes. I am now daddy to
3 is the magic number, apparently.
I guess so. Well, I had him beat, and then
Even when that's not the plan.
then he caught up and beat me in the same moment, and so I had to catch back up. But yes, I now am daddy to a daughter. So. Fair enough.
What? Go for what?
Go for it.
I went for it, and look what happened. Done going for it. Consequences.
Hashtag consequences. Excited to be here, guys. We are currently shooting episode 22 of the season. So we wrap on Wednesday the 26th for season 12. Yeah, some cool stuff that even, I gotta say, when I read the last couple episodes, I didn't expect it to go where it went, and I'm very excited that it went there. I was like, oh, cool. Like, the writers are surprising me still, so I hope y'all like it as well.
Are you surprised that the writers are surprising you still, or were you just genuinely surprised at The script.
I think the surprise was the surprise of like the writer surprised me because it
Right.
wasn't surprising.
So it wasn't surprising that you were surprised that
But I
the
was
writer
surprised about
surprised you,
that.
but you were surprised about that.
Yeah, exactly. You got it. You got it,
That's
guys.
surprising.
Yeah. Precisely. Surprising. Before we
I
just
have no idea what we're talking about.
before we just jabber.
No, too late.
How are you? Even the baby's crying now.
Laughing. The baby was laughing at us. Not with us,
Laughing.
at us.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm great.
I'm good too. How are you?
My question was for Jared.
Suck it.
I love you too, Jensen, but Jared.
Whoa.
What conditioner do you use?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I spent many years just kind of using whatever is available, but I say that my best. I see you on the TV.
Good!
Just because I'm looking this way doesn't mean I can't see you. See, you're doing dumb face. Beanie conditioner. Yeah, it's all about the beanie. That's my secret trick, which is not so secret because I guess you can see the beanie.
Duly noted.
Answer her question.
Fruit of the Loom?
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you use conditioner
Yeah, if it's there.
every time you shampoo?
Someone who's just like, oh, shit just got real.
Do you shampoo, then conditioner?
I'm thinking.
This is not a thinking question. I was really just trying to get through this so we could move on because it's
Okay.
about the stupidest 5 minutes of my
Okay.
life.
Your face is the stupidest 5 minutes of my life.
That doesn't make sense.
Your face doesn't make sense.
Again, still no sense.
Today, I don't know what it was. I did
Or
not.
are you giving us clues? I think it's herbal essence.
Herbal essence. No, today I used the hotel shampoo.
And conditioner?
And conditioner.
Ah, there it is!
I can't win. I like to surprise my hair, so I don't conditioner it a lot. I love you. Thank you.
I love you too.
I'm not going to give him any more opportunities. There's ginseng on me.
Now there's conditioner on me.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you too.
You got it.
Bye.
Hey guys.
This better be good.
My last question was about makeup, so I don't think I can top that. But I think there's a certain expectation that actors have to be perfect and that you guys don't make mistakes. So I know that you guys are human, and I was wondering if you had any advice for people who constantly fuck up.
Stop.
For people looking for direction.
Mine is the opposite. You can't stop. I mean it. Y'all are all going to make a mistake this week. A mistake. I had a funny conversation with my psychiatrist where I was concerned about like messing up my kids. I was like, man, I'm afraid I'm going to do something that's going to stick with them.
You are.
And that's exactly what he said. He's like, you will. I was like, that's not support. Like, that's not reassuring. Like, the point is hopefully you have a mindset where you'll look at whatever you did that you consider as a mistake figure out why you try and figure out why, I guess. Like try and figure out where it came from and the why. So forgive yourself. You know?
Thanks.
Because you deserve it, Abby.
However, don't just forgive yourself and then continue doing the same thing and forgiving yourself. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mess ups. Teach yourself constantly.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Really nervous.
Can we tilt it
Honestly,
down a little
really nervous.
That happens. It's all right.
Okay, so hi.
Thank you.
That's my friend
Hey,
Kristen.
focus here.
Uh,
Hey, keep it down.
yeah, keep it down over there.
What's
Hi.
your name? Kristen?
We had a photo op with you guys and we cried. Just by the way.
He does it all the time. That's okay.
Okay.
Just one tear, though.
Okay, so our question is for both of you guys. What was your favorite season finale to film?
Ooh. What was your favorite season finale to watch?
All of them.
No. What was your favorite finale to watch? If you had to choose one.
Probably season 8.
Yeah, it's a difficult question to answer on this end because the season finales are usually pretty usually so intense and intensive, and we literally are feeling exhausted physically, mentally, emotionally, and then the end of the season happens and you're like, oh, and here's the biggest episode of the year now that you're exhausted. I would say, God, I would say 8 also.
Awesome.
8, 5. What was the one where Metatron killed you? 8, 5, 9.
9 was the worst.
9 was, whoa.
Other than 7. 7 was pretty bad. Sorry, I'm a really huge Jensen fan, so.
I am too. And he's right here.
I know.
You want to go pay her?
Oh, no, that one was on the house.
Yeah, 8, 5, 9. I think the more 5, 4, the more difficult they are to film, the more I almost like them. Ackles?
My favorite so far, I really liked the just the whole thing of the truck hitting the Apollo. Was that one? Yeah. Because it was all 4 of the characters that I think we all love in peril, which is the 3 Winchester men and the car.
Did we know during that episode we were coming back for 2? I don't think so either. Yeah, that was weird. 1 was weird to film because, like, this year we know we're coming back for season 13. Thanks, guys. The last few years we've known it as well, but early on we didn't know, right? So, like, when we finished filming season 1, it was this weird sensation of like finishing high school or something, where you're like, well, love you guys. I don't know if I'll ever see you again, you know? So it was weird to say bye both to our crew and to our characters. So it was really powerful to film it. God, that was a long time ago. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Hi.
Hello.
Real quick, what's the hardest finale for you
To watch or to film?
to film?
I think it was probably 8.
I'm going to speak for both of us and say we haven't filmed it yet.
Oh, God, yeah. How dare you?
That's going to be a tough one. Sorry. Hi.
Hello.
When we get
I just
canceled,
rolled that one out there, didn't I? Think about this.
Do any of y'all want to visit during this series finale? Why do y'all want the show to end?
I don't.
Just kidding. You set me up. I was saying, we've talked about it. I was saying how cool it would be to like raise money for charity and all watch it together somewhere. Maybe. Did you too? Yeah.
I love to do charity. To volunteer.
Wait, I'd love to. Someone's talking somewhere. In Rome. Oh, that's right. In Vogue. Yeah, you're right. Roma.
Okay, hi.
Hello again. So my question is, I read that Jensen, you had
Not a question.
scene. Okay, let me begin again. Preface. Jensen, I read that you had a scene where Sam was dying and you held Jared after the scene was called cut and continued to cry. Is that true? And then is there a scene, Jared, that you filmed where you felt the same way after cut was called?
I mean, yeah, it's true, but I wasn't crying. I just had something in my eye.
I see.
So I don't really know if that's applicable.
Not really.
It was
Is
really
there-
dusty that day in that particular scene.
It wasn't
And
when
it was-
it wasn't when I died. It was season 4 for you. Mine was season 1. Mine was Croatoan. I was still learning how to figure it out. The scene in Croatoan where Sam thinks he's infected and useless, dying, dead. That hit me for whatever reason and stayed with me. Since then, I don't think it's necessarily happened, but there are a few times where you feel like it's going to take over, right? Because I think, speaking for both of us, we care about Sam and Dean just as much as you guys do, right? So if Sam and or Dean are going through something, we try to make sure that we give them these characters the gravity they deserve. So sometimes it kind of, your brain doesn't, I don't know if there are other actors and stuff out there, but if you get yourself to a point where you're crying, even if you're pretending, your brain doesn't really know, like, oh, they're just acting. Like, you're still at that point where you feel.
Well, you subconsciously know that this is not real, but your body is, because you're telling essentially your body to feel this emotion, and your body reacts accordingly. Your body doesn't know that it's not real. So it's interesting, but you brought up an interesting point where we care so deeply about these characters as well that it probably feels when you watch the show and you see these characters going through something very traumatic, very emotional, I would imagine that has an effect on you. So when we read this and when we're portraying these characters, it has an effect on Jared and Jensen. And so I guess we just kind of use that and embellish on it a bit to then portray the emotion that the character needs. That being said, so yeah, there is real emotion in there that lives inside of us. It's not just the character's emotion. So sometimes when you get to a certain point, it's hard to turn off. And when they yell cut, that you can't just tell your body, okay, cut, we're done, stop. Whether you're shaking or you can't catch your breath or whatever it is, your body's reacting the way you're telling it to, and it can be tough.
When do you feel like when do you feel like in performing Dean's lines, it took over you the most? I know when I think you did, but I wonder if it's the same as you think. I think it was. Well, I don't want to. I have my idea.
I have two.
Okay.
I have two that come to mind
Yeah.
immediately. One is when I'm telling you about my experience in hell.
Yes, that's when I saw it. Yeah. On the Impala. Yeah. That's what I was going to
Yeah,
say. Like,
that one probably.
you got up and
more
kind of
than
like
most.
shook it off. You're like,
I had to
man.
take a walk. I had to go walk it off. So it can get to a point where it's like that. I think he and I have both gotten better at dipping in and out of that than we used to be, or turning it on and off. But there's still some crossover. It still gets the best of you sometimes. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, don't walk away yet. Don't walk away yet. what scene in Supernatural got you the most torn up?
When Dean was talking about hell.
There you go. Look at that. It translated. Thank you.
It made me cry too.
All of us. Hi. Jensen, hide your face. It's scaring people.
No, he's already broken my heartstrings today.
I bet. How dare you, sir?
What did I do?
He's just teasing. He's just teasing. What you thinking about, darling?
Right now, trying not to faint.
Well, take your time you need, babe. You're around family. You see all them, they're all your family. So we all got your back. We're all on your team.
No.
I want it.
Well, first of all, my name is Natasha Schmidt. I am from Juneau, Alaska. Yeah. It's an hour to almost 2-hour flight from here and back. Want to say, actually, first, this is the best experience for a first convention.
Awesome. Thanks, Natasha.
Yes. Also, with Jeffrey, Dean Morgan, how did y'all feel with him being on The Walking Dead as Negan?
This is going to sound really weird, but very proud. Because and he is, well, we both know Jeff very well, and he is a sincerely kind and beautiful man. And to see somebody that is truly good in their heart and soul play that much of a badass,
Yeah.
I was proud because he just killed it, because he's that talented, and that just made his two sons very proud.
Yeah. I had a similar but slightly different reaction where I was like, man, I am such a better hunter than Dad. He's having trouble with zombies. We're gonna perform a scene from The Walking Dead for you right now. I'm gonna play a zombie. He's gonna play
Somebody, a character in The Walking Dead. Anyone, take your pick.
I mean, we've taken
Not
down.
that hard.
We've taken down Lucifer, the darkness. Give me a stumbling zombie any day of the week. I'll go back to sleep.
Well,
Very proud of him. Love Jeff.
so I just wanted to say, I don't want y'all, anybody here who may be Negan fan, I don't want y'all to hate me, but I am not a fan of Negan.
I hear you. I hear you.
I think there's a lot of people that aren't fans of Negan,
No, we all love JDM.
but we all love Jeff.
I love John, but I just,
Thank you, Natasha.
thank you.
Cheers.
I love you guys.
Love you back, darling.
That was a rough hour of television, I will say, though. Like, oh, Dad's a badass.
He's got a baseball bat.
No, when he was in the van, he had like a fully automatic. He was just picking them off. The bat was for the humans.
I guess I don't have to watch now.
Spoiler alert.
Any other movies or shows you want to ruin for all of us?
Yeah. Have you seen Titanic? It sinks.
You just saved me 3.5 hours of my life.
I wish somebody would have told me that. Hi.
Hi. My question is for both Jared and Jensen. It's for a friend of mine who I just met an hour ago who found out grew up in Idaho with me, same area.
Where in Idaho?
Boise, Idaho area.
Go Boise. Is there a big Boise
Yep,
contingent?
That's Crowley just stood up. That's for her.
Sam, what did you say? Family. Got it.
Yep.
Got it.
So just met her. We had a great experience after photo op where we were both breaking down crying. Along with
Oh,
my
sounds
brothers.
awesome.
Yep, it was great. No, but
we had a great experience. We were just breaking down.
well, it was together, you know. So anyway, but my question is because so as you can see, like this fandom is a family. It isn't just it isn't just a fandom where everyone's like, oh, cool, and then critiques everyone on their cosplays and stuff. Like, when did you guys start realizing that it was more than just that was different from other fandoms, that the Supernatural family was in fact family?
I think for me it was once we did a few of these shows and just started seeing the camaraderie between each other, and I realized that there was a moment, this was years ago, where I realized that it wasn't just about us, you know, the people on stage. Like, there were people coming together because of a common or a common theme, a common thing that they all had in common, and that was their except for him. It was their love for this show and these characters, and it brought people together. And somebody said that it was they said it's like a car show. It's not always about the cars. It's about that camaraderie that happens with the people that love a specific thing. And so that's when I was like, oh, this is so much bigger than us. This is so much bigger than us.
And I think we may have touched on this before, that's my favorite part about coming to these. I've had funny moments where someone will be in our photo op or something, and they'll walk up and be like, sorry, hung out too late with my buddy last night, just smile. And you're like, oh, cool, you're here hanging out with your friend. We're here also, but it's not about us, even though we're fans of the show too, you know? We've spent as much of our life working on the show, rehearsing, learning about Sam and Dean and their plight as y'all have, possibly even more because we have to film it every day for 14 hours. But it's when I see people that met because of the show or because of conventions, it truly warms my heart. Like that for me is really exciting. And I think about friends that I've made through like going to Pearl Jam concerts or going to a music festival. You know what I mean? But going like, oh, cool. And we're listening to music and we enjoy it. But really, I'm just hanging out with my buddy somewhere we both enjoy, you know, or whatever the situation. So it's hard to, I have a thick skull. It was a gradual, hey, I can see you. It was gradual for me, but it's super exciting to see connections being made. Even earlier in my meet and greet, a young lady and her daughter were sitting 3 seats apart, and it occurred to us that they were sitting apart, and so right next to her, another one of our friends got up and moved. It was like, oh, we'll see you next year. Like it was so cool. It was just like, cool, great. We're all here because we love each other, and yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad you met a buddy.
Yeah, when we hear these stories of people connecting at these events or even through the internet on a chat room or a blog space or whatever it is, and they become, is that not how you say it? What is it? I don't. So
the interwebs.
MySpace, is that a thing? Is that Facegram? What is it? Insta Twitter?
No,
whatever it is. Chit chat?
Dick chat.
Dick chat?
I have no idea what happened. Don't look at me. I don't fucking know.
I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing anymore.
Oh, Richard. But y'all probably, the news was on in our green room, Facebook and YouTube and Twitter just merged. Now they're called UTwitface. About time, Norton. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks for waking up. I was about to go do it myself. Thank you. Sorry for going off on a
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. So that's my dad. He's
Hi, Dad.
He's 6'7".
Oh, wow. Yeah, you are pretty tall.
Yeah.
He looks pretty short to me.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, he's on his knees. There you go. All right.
He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it.
Hi, Mom. Hi, William. Anyways, so my question is for both of you. I want to know what's your guilty pleasure Disney movie?
Little Mermaid. I have got...
Dude, don't knock Ariel. All right. That's girl's got a voice.
Even more than a guilty pleasure, I wrote a paper on this in high school. Lion King.
Okay.
I totally, listen, my initials are JTP. I wanted to be JTT. And I wrote a paper in high school how weirdly weird. I wrote a paper in high school. Abort mission.
Abort mission.
Pull up. On Star Wars, Lion King, and the movie The Natural. For all you youngsters, go watch it. And the archetypes and all those stories. And now I get to play a character that deals with the same kind of archetypes in Joseph Campbell mythology, and the friendly beast and good versus evil, and so for all you Joseph Campbell fans out there or mythology fans, I'm going Lion King. Game, set, match.
It's a good one.
Senor Ackles, sing,
Oh my.
or Elsa.
At this point, my favorite Disney movie is whatever my daughter's favorite Disney movie is. But the good thing is that it changes weekly. Right now, it actually, and I don't even know if Sing is Disney. Well,
Don't pretend you don't know.
we'll pretend it is for this exercise. Mainly because she, out of all the songs that's on that movie, she only wants to hear Ash sing her like rock and roll song. So all I have to do, some of you are probably like, what the hell is he talking about? But all I literally have to do to get her to start performing that song is just go. And she just busts out into song. She's not even 4. So I don't know. If I have to go back and be like, pick one of the classics, I might go Aladdin. You know why?
No.
Because I can show you the world.
I like that.
In shiny, shimmering splendor.
Tell me.
Princess,
Now,
when did you last let your heart decide? Boom.
So I can't do Ash with Sing, but my 3-year-old, if he's having like a bit of a temper tantrum or he's kind of out of sorts, hasn't taken a nap, I'll play pen, pineapple, apple pen. And he can be like, ah! And as soon as P-P-A-P, he's like, where is it? Like, he just wants to see it. It's totally like.
For those of you who don't know what that is,
don't look it up.
Don't look it up.
Don't even.
Save yourself.
Don't, yeah.
Just, it's not worth it. So disturbing.
Yeah, it is.
What is your favorite?
I don't know. Probably Frozen.
Is that Disney?
Frozen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
At least I think so.
Very cool. Thank you for your question. Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
You got it. Cheers, guys.
That's a good dad right
That's
there.
a good dad right there.
I guarantee you he doesn't want to be here right now. You're a good man. Hi.
Hi. My name's Violet. I just wanted to introduce myself. And thanks for coming to Seattle so we can hang out with you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So my question is to you guys or Sam and Dean. Would you or Sam and Dean ever consider giving up your humanity to have either angelic powers or being a demon? Like, would you give up your humanity to have a,
No.
No.
I wouldn't. I think, but what's funny, great question, by the way. Nice to meet you, Violet. Thank you for your question. I think that's one of the themes of the show that I really enjoy is this sort of juxtaposition of what's it like to be ultimately powerful or what's it like to be flawed. And to go back to Abby earlier saying, like, what kind of advice do you have for people who feel like they're effing up and kind of find the beauty in it. Don't aim to make a mistake, but when mistakes happen, and they will, go like, got it. Where did that come from? But I wouldn't trade. I guess my point and what excites me about Supernatural is it's helped me kind of see that I wouldn't trade perfection for imperfection. I'd look for the beauty in it. And what are you thinking about? Because you got a weird look on your face.
You said Abby earlier, and all I could think of was Abby Normal. Young Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein.
Put the Abby Normal brain in. Got the brain from somebody named Abby Normal. For those of you who've never seen Young Frankenstein, do yourself a favor and watch it. And then you will quietly chuckle to yourself in the middle of your friend's rant because you think of something from that movie.
What's the song?
Put it on the Ritz.
Put it on the Ritz.
I've often thought that he and I should probably do that duet.
I need the cane. Put it on the Ritz.
If you know and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion fits? Yes! Dear Diary, it finally happened.
I'm so sorry, guys. Again, apologies in advance. I'd like to apologize on behalf of us. Thank you very much, Violet, for your question.
Thank you.
I like your shirt.
Thanks.
If you had to bring back one person from the dead, who would it be?
Ruby. You?
Also, Also, can you say hi to my friend Madeline for me?
Say again?
Can you say hi to my friend Madeline for me?
Madeline?
Yeah.
Where is Madeline?
Hi, Madeline.
She's out there.
Hi, Madeline. Where are you? Hi, Madeline. What up, girl? Thanks for your question.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Hi.
Wow, this is nerve-wracking. I promised my 15-year-old I'd embarrass her
What's
and
her name?
ask you guys, Jasmine,
Jasmine, where you at?
stand up. Yeah.
Hi, Jasmine.
I wanted to ask you guys what your
Aladdin. He talked about Aladdin. Isn't Jasmine in Aladdin?
Oh, it's Jazz. It's Jazz Rin.
What is it?
It's Jazz
Jasmine?
Ren.
Yes.
Jazz Ren.
It's
Oh,
my
not
mix
in
between my
Aladdin.
parents' names, James and Karen.
Got it.
Jazz Ren's even cooler.
Yeah.
That should have been.
So I just wanted to ask what your favorite dance move was and if you would show us. Best day of my life.
Cramp!
Gotta
Cramp!
Pull the hammy. Pull the hammy. That's the greatest song of all time, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I'm winded. Thanks, Jasmine.
What do you call that move?
I think it's called Crip Walk. Though that sounds. I don't know what it's called. Fancy feet. What do you call
Happy
yours?
feet. Duh. Running man straight into the Cabbage Patch. Or is that the Roger Rabbit? Running man into the Roger Rabbit. Because the Cabbage Patch is... Skills! I am out of breath. And I'm embarrassed about it.
It just goes to show the decade we grew up in. We're like Roger Rabbiting. Like, these days it's like twerking and dapping. What's it called?
I hope nobody caught that on tape.
Oh yes.
Film, Jensen.
Somebody make it into a GIF GIF. A GIF GIF.
A GIF GIF.
GIF GIF. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Sweating.
Tired.
Speaking of family, I'm here with some of the young ladies that I went to the Denver, well, I met through the Denver convention. Awesome. The unicorn that is Denver.
Yes.
Woo!
Yeah. Hello.
And we're actually, as a group, still really active on our Facebook page, and we started a thing called Waywardathon Netflix and Chat, where we get together online and watch episodes. And one of the young ladies that has become part of that group informed me of a commercial of yours from when you two were babies, basically.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Well, no. It's early on, like, well, it's the season 1 promotion for the UK.
Oh, God.
It only has 30,000 views, so obviously the whole fandom hasn't really found it
I don't like
yet.
this.
Do you have it right now?
I do. I have it on my iPad.
I don't like this. Can we dance again? Walk to the... Hey, can we get some walking music?
All right, shh.
Okay, shh. Put the microphone up to it.
Ooh, sexy.
Are you having a stroke? Oh, yeah. Oh.
Wendigo.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
I got excited.
Scary. Just got sexy.
That was scary and sexy.
I remember that ad.
I do too.
Scary. Just got sexy.
Do you remember anything you can tell us?
I remember, didn't they bring Sarah Shahi back? Yeah. So from our pilot, the woman in white, Sarah Shahi, I think they brought her back to shoot. We shot it in Vancouver.
Do you remember something funny about that? Because the budget was kind of very small for that promotional ad, that wasn't a visual effects, the blood coming down the wall. That was real. So I'm leaning against the wall, and I just very casually, just right as the blood, like, comes down the wall.
Seriously?
Yeah. I didn't make it off the wall the first time. So it was like a half an hour of like cleaning the leather jacket from all the blood, and then I had to do it again. But, you know, it was hard to be just like so casual about it, because I was like, 3, 2, 1. And somebody was like watching me, giving me the cue, and I was like, it's got to be getting close. It's got to be getting close. It's got to be getting close. Go now. Gosh. We finally got it. It took like 3 or 4 times, but yeah.
How interesting. Thanks for the trip down memory lane. Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. All right, so you guys get really into the character Sam and Dean, and throughout the whole series, you guys continue to progress and change based on what happens to you. How easy do you find the change? Like to become, I don't know, more into the character as more horrible things happen?
So, like, as the character changes, or getting into character?
Right, like, so when Dean comes back from hell, he's obviously changed as the character, same as Sam. So, is it easy to do that change?
You mean adding those layers onto the, like, taking the experiences that the characters are going through and adding that to their character, essentially?
Yes.
I think it's probably not as difficult as it sounds, because we go through a lot of what we talk about. and the changes that you see in the characters are changes are from experiences that we've actually performed on camera. So I would say it makes it a little easier to add those things to the character, but I think at the heart of it, the characters really never change. Sure, their experiences, they grow in wisdom and they grow in their experiences and all that kind of stuff, but I think the core of who these characters are has really always been solid and has really been the foundation of who they are and the show and what it's all built on. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and also I think he and I, y'all know the term method acting. Neither of us are method actors, but in a couple hours we're going to leave Seattle. We're going to head to Vancouver and wake up tomorrow 6 or something, and all day long we're going to be Sam and Dean. So we're going to be working for 12, 13, 14 hours to film maybe 2 minutes of screen time, and so it's
like a part of you.
So it's like a funny little music going on. But it's a, during shooting, we are living in the moment, and there'll be moments with he and I on camera where it's like, hey, do it again, blah, 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 or vice versa. Like, got it, of course. And so it's hard. It's another one of like the chicken and the egg, what came first. And are Sam and Dean like this because that's how they're written, or are they written like this? Most of our writers who are working on Supernatural right now were not working on Supernatural when Supernatural started, And so a good, talented writer will look at Jensen and Jared in the way they play Sam and Dean and start writing Sam and Dean for kind of those sensibilities.
Okay.
It's kind of a long-winded answer, but
no, it's great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers.
Hi. So first of all, I want to just let you guys know, I love you guys and admire you a lot as actors and as people. But my question for you was if you had any advice for somebody wanting to pursue acting or directing that maybe might not have a lot of resources, or just ways that you think would be helpful for them. Or just any advice, really.
Most of it shoots most of it casts in Los Angeles. My advice with any of the arts where there's not, I was going to school to be an engineer, so I was going to do my coursework and I was going to apply to different companies that needed engineering students. It was a pretty linear path. With acting or music or painting or writing, I don't think it's that linear. And so my only advice, it's not very useful for professional acting, but just act. I mean, that sounds kind of really cheesy or almost like a cop-out, but you don't have to be, if you're able to tell a story and you're able to entertain or to enlighten somebody else or even yourself, don't forget why you're acting. Because if you're acting to get a role on a TV show, that's a thirst that can't be satiated, no matter what. So focus on the storytelling, focus on what you learn and what you can teach, and just act. Go to a community theater. Get a scene and with your buddies, put it on YouTube. Just do it, perform, get used to it, get uncomfortable, and kill it.
Steven Spielberg got started by using his dad's 8mm camera when he was a kid. He just went outside and started shooting movies. He made up stories. He made little funny effects, and he just did it because he loved it. He didn't really have great success, but...
Yeah, who?
But not everybody has an 8mm camera. But what a lot of people do have is right in their pocket. And you can make some pretty cool movies with these things. Do that. Start learning, and put that stuff out there, and before you know it, who knows what'll happen. I always say work begets work.
Yeah. And you have whoever you are, you have a story to tell. So figure out what that story is and tell it. Whether you tell it to one person, whether you tell it to yourself, whether you're blessed like we are and you get a TV show with a lot of people who watch. Jensen has a story to tell. Dean Winchester happens to have a lot of the same stuff going on, where Jensen gets to tell his story inside of Dean Winchester, and I get to tell mine inside of Sam. But one day, Sam and Dean are going to pass on, and then it's going to be another. I'm sorry.
You're a real jerk, you know that?
But we'll still be actors, right? So what's the next story that will help Jared tell his story? What's the next script that'll help Jared tell his story? And Little Mermaid. That's it. That's it. Yeah.
King
and
Triton.
And have fun.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Thanks. Hi.
Hi. Oh, sorry, I'm like shaking. So my question is, first of all, Jensen, my mom wanted me to say congratulations on your twins. And my question for both of you is, what's your favorite part of being parents?
I'll start. There are many things, but I'll give you one that comes to mind immediately, and that is something as simple as taking my asleep 3.5-year-old out of the car seat and carrying her up the stairs to bed. That does it for me. Recently, I'll just tell a real quick story. Recently, we were in Dallas visiting my family, and
hey, take it easy.
We were staying downtown, and we went to the aquarium in downtown Dallas, which if you're ever in Dallas, it's a great aquarium. And about halfway through, JJ fell asleep in my arms. And it was about just over a mile back to the hotel we were staying at, uphill. And I carried her the entire way, and she's, probably 40 pounds, but just dead weight, and just totally wrapped around me. And my dad was with me, and he kept going, "You want me to take over?" I'm like, "Nope, Dad, I got this." That was just a really cool moment for me.
I echo that. I love stuff like that. I think on a more macro level, maybe he and I have had some really cool life experiences. We've been able to work in Rome and Australia and France, like all over the place, meeting all sorts of people from different walks of life, getting to travel to places that I never thought in a million lifetimes I'd get to travel to, and meet people who share similar passions and this and that. Which is to say that in my 34 years on this planet, I've had a lot of experiences. I've been very, very blessed. And I think it's human nature to kind of get maybe jaded or to turn it into maybe, okay, well, that's just life. Like, got it. However, with my kids, I get to kind of re-experience things for the first time. I see how excited they are to see a butterfly flying. You see like a butterfly, you're like, oh, it's a butterfly. I've seen 1,000 of them. The kids are like, it's a butterfly, let's chase it. And you're like, yeah, let's chase it. Like, it's like living life over again and getting to re-experience how wonderful it really can be. From the way, I'll be FaceTiming with Tom and Shep, and they'll be like, is it dark where you are? And I'm like, no. And I'll put FaceTime outside the car window, and they're like, oh, that's a big yellow bus. And I'm like, it is a yellow bus. That's cool, huh? Like, But they're so, the wonder that my kids have is infectious, and I find myself kind of learning from them as much as I hope they learn from me, but to be grateful again and to kind of experience little joys. Like, what a wonderful opportunity it is to be breathing oxygen and around people, and like, this is a cool room with weird, crazy ball lights, and to re-experience the small ball lights. Thank you.
Thank you.
question. It's the last question.
It's the last question. It's the last question. It's the last question. 1, 2. It's the last question.
Damn right it is.
It's the last question.
There ain't no more.
It is the very last question.
They're wrapping it up.
Oh, it's the last question.
And she got the job.
SBN family, meet Rachel. Rachel, say hi to your SBN family.
Rachel, my name's Aisha.
Aisha. Sorry, they were singing. He was singing so loud. Aisha. Guys, say hi to Aisha.
Hi.
Aisha, you are our last question. So we'll drag you on stage and make you do it in front of everybody.
That was easy.
Hey.
Hey, give me your phone.
By the way, Kmart, have you met Aisha before? Got it. So again, that's what I think is so freaking cool. Like, hey, you're on stage. Give me your phone. I'll film you. I never met you before, but that's why this is a family.
What is your last question?
My last question is, well, obviously Supernatural has a huge family and fan base, and I just want to know, how does it feel to be a part of this?
That's a great question. It's for me, it's humbling, and I am so excited to see stuff like just happened, and we've never met, or we've met now, but to kind of feel a connection to somebody that it reminds me to see the best in people, and I think probably by extension try and see the best in myself. To understand that just small random acts of kindness can kind of make a big difference and make people happy. So for me, it's a huge blessing. I never would have thought auditioning for a TV show would have put me here 12 years later. So.
Yeah, I think humbling is certainly a great word to describe it. There's also something that just occurred to me: accountability. I could be selfish and live my life for me, but I know that I can't do that because I have children, which was, going back to the previous question, another one of those kind of aha moments when I'm like, oh wow, my life just isn't mine anymore. I get to share it with these children, but I actually get to share it with so many more people, and I get fueled by that inspiration to want to do better, and it seriously is just it's inspiration written on all of y'all's faces. So thank you.
Thanks, Aisha.
Well, that was the last question.
That was the last
question.
That was the last question.
That was it.
That was the last question.
There's 0 left.
That was the very last question.
We're folding up the tent.
That was the last question.
We're ordering drinks. Now listen, J&J, I'm sure you guys had a great panel, and that's awesome. I don't know, I just want to bring you up to speed. I don't know if you've heard about the new social media platform that's sweeping the nation. It's called Dick Chat.
No, tell us.
It's Dick Chat. And
I thought we moved on from that.
So I think it's only appropriate.
I thought we were going to skirt that question.
Nope. Anywho. Look, you got to earn it with Norton. Or be sure he's awake, one of the two. Anyway, so you're about to do your first ever Dick Chat. Are you ready? Now, there's nothing really special about it.
Bring the house lights up, because we're going to do it with you guys.
Okay, you ready? So here it is. Just be sure.
Just a normal, just be yourselves.
Yeah, just be yourselves. Just at some point yell Dick Chat. That's all you got to do. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, you're welcome. Here we go. Jared Jensen in Seattle. Your very first Dick Chat.
Happy to be here.
Dick Chat. You're welcome. Seattle and the adjacent counties, Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki. Gotta rescue it, Bobby. Give me some love. I'm gonna hold on for the rest of my days. And I know what it means to love your love, the lonely thing to dream. Here I go again on my own, going down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. But I made up my mind. I ain't wasting no more time. There they go. Oh, yeah. Big check.
I love how we're up here, mid-job. We have work to do here.
I'm Dick Chet.
And you're like this. Look at this. Show me your edit. Look at his edit. This. I'm in the middle of singing a song. Look at this. Dick Chat.
I was in the middle of singing a song called Dick Chat. I love that you guys yelled Dick Chat at Jared and Jensen. They brought me great joy. Brought me great joy indeed. Seattle, how was it? Was it everything you dreamed it would be? I certainly hope so. All right, well, good. And you survived. And we will be back with more stuff to come. Robbie, don't pack it away yet. We're still on the clock, kid.
Hey, me and you got our own panel.
Robbie and I are doing a panel to talk Kings of Con or whatever the hell you want to talk about. Yeah. We'll be back. All right, everybody, hang in there. You're doing great. See you in a bit, Sunday people.